time it is. Did you check your watch or your phone? Josh Levine joins us this morning. If you have a classic watch, you're thinking now might be the right time to sell. And it's so crazy because back in the day, I was obsessed with watches, and I feel like so many people were.
Oh, yeah. Remember swatches? Everybody had a collection of watches. Yeah, the industry is thinking, we're projecting that people are not going to be collecting watches 10, 15 years from now. So sell while they're still collectors. We're really concerned, and again, we're looking out for the collector who has something to sell. It happened with clocks. Antique clocks used to be all the rage in the 80s, and now the market value is about a third of what it used to be. Watches, everyone knows everything's going to be smart. We're going to have smart watches. We already have smart watches, but we're going to have glasses, like that Google glasses, all of that technology is coming out. What's going to happen is that next generation is not going to have an emotional attachment to a watch. They're going to go, oh, my grandfather had a watch. I don't even know what it is. So they won't collect them. That's how collections start.
It's crazy. I don't have an Apple Watch. I don't have anything smart. But it's crazy because I look around and just everybody has an Apple Watch these days.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't ever see, or hardly ever see, I should say, people, with a traditional watch like this on.
And that's what happens. So there are people that still love watches. There are people that still collect. I mean, the Rolexes and Breitlings have never, but people believe, and they always do, they go, this will never change. This will never change. It's always going to be valuable. They're always going to, and it's not so. It's supply and demand. What are the people going to want 10 years from now, 15 years from now? I sadly don't think it's going to be watches. And I love watches, but it's, I won't be collecting watches 20 years from now.
So you think, okay, let's talk about some of the Rolexes, because this green one you said is the most expensive watch on the table.
Yeah.
How much is this?
It's a Sea Dweller. It's about $15,000.
More than most people have in their bank accounts right now.
And another reason you need an appraisal, because say you inherit a bunch of watches. This is $15,000. This is $100. So if you see the two next to each other,
I want this one.
Yeah. but that's the thing, and this is a beautiful watch. It works great. It's not a Rolex, but there's certain brands. There are so many obscure brands that people have never heard of. Some Swiss makers that you don't realize could be a $250,000 watch that your grandfather might have.
So this $15,000 watch, I mean, I know you can't predict the future, but in 5-10 years, do you think it won't be worth $15,000?
In 10 years, it might be a $3,000 watch.
Wow, okay.
And that's a lot of money. And that's why we try to tell people, like, this is where the industry is telling us. We're not Nostradamus, but it makes sense. We've seen it happen in, like I said, antique toys. We've seen it happen. If you didn't play with that toy as a child, you have no emotional attachment to it. Why are you going to collect it?
You're giving us a heads up, letting us know.
I'm not saying sell them tomorrow because the sky is falling. I'm just saying, it's going to be time to sell. There's so many jokes we could do with this.
Yeah, exactly.
There's time. The alarm bells are going off. It's time to sell your watches.
So as far as, okay, you're watching us this morning, you think, okay, I have a couple nice watches. How does that work?
Yeah.
What should I do with them?
There's tons of appraisers in the Valley, not just myself. I try to promote my whole industry. I mean, there are great appraisers in the Valley here. And just get 3 opinions. There's places that say, we buy your watch, we buy your watch. Go to 3 different places. You'll get 3 different prices. I mean, and get an expert opinion, because there are a lot of fakes out there. I can't tell you this Rolex here.
How much is this?
This Rolex is about $9,000. It's the real deal, but I've seen $300 copies that have fooled me. I've had to go to a Rolex dealer and have them take it apart because I'm like, this is the best copy I've ever seen, and it's $300 plate, gold plate, fake. And it's marked 18 karat gold, the whole 9 yards. Because if something's worth money, they'll make a fake of it. So watches are one of the most common to be faked. Another thing too, some people don't care. They're like, I'm wearing a $300 watch. It looks fantastic from a distance.
Okay, important information. Yeah, they're telling us time's up.